We have two wide receivers out in front and a tackle, and we're just going to follow this pulling guard up through the hole. Right here, we see his ability point light up. Blow that guy out. We have an absolutely massive hole. Both our wide receivers out in front blocking.
Thing that you say about me, my dogs like to play Madden in 2K, but one thing they don't do is play about me. My homeboy Tyler, he playing South.
What is going on YouTube? King Reggie, and we are back. Today I'm starting a brand new offensive series. Now we are going to be out of the tight offset tight end package out of the New Orleans Saints playbook. Now I really love this scheme, guys. It is very, very balanced. We have very powerful runs in it. We have ways to beat every single zone coverage, every man coverage they throw at us. We have really unique setups to attack zone coverage in a really unique way, and that is definitely the way the meta is going right now on defense. Now, guys, this scheme is going to make you very tough to stop whether you want to run the ball or pass the rock all over the yard. Now, kind of the idea with this video, guys, we are going to be going over the personnel we like to use. We're going to be going over all the audibles we use, the ability point breakdowns that I like to use on my players, and then at the end of the video, guys, I'm going to have real gameplay footage, and we are going to be breaking down the run game. So gonna do, a nice in-depth breakdown, show you guys the two run plays that I like to use and really how well they work and how explosive we can get with this run game. Now, before we get into that, guys, if you're new to the channel, I try to do things a little bit different. I do really in-depth, full scheme, full play breakdowns. I'm gonna have real gameplay footage for every play I put out, guys. I'm gonna take you down on the field. I'm gonna show you these plays actually work in weekend league and head-to-head when there's users on the field. All these setups are actually gonna work. I put a lot of time and effort into designing these offenses to make sure they are going to work for you guys online. Now, if that sounds like something you would be into, definitely leave a like on this video and sub to the channel. I'm also going to leave a link in the description, guys, to my Twitter account and my TikTok. I just literally made a TikTok like 2 days ago. Throw some, YouTube shorts, some, just quick hitting videos up on that. If you guys want to follow me on those two other socials, that would be very much appreciated. Okay, let's get into this tight offset tight end. Now, what makes this scheme so good? Now, like I said before, guys, this has a really powerful run game. Now, we have basically two run plays we are going to use, but one of them we do a little bit of a different adjustment as well. So it's almost three different run plays we like to use, but all of them work very, very well. You can kind of use them in different situations, and we have run blocking abilities on all three of our interior offensive linemen, and both these run plays are really going to utilize those abilities to bust some really big gainers with your run plays. Another reason, guys, we have some very, very unique setups to attack zone coverage. This game is definitely moving more to a zone coverage meta. You will still see some man coverage out there, but we really have to be able to beat zone coverage. And with this offense, guys, I have a ton of setups to really attack zone coverage in unique ways, take advantage of people who are playing double flats, get behind their zones, really just attack all areas of the field where it's short, towards the sidelines, deep towards the sideline, take the top off the defense, and in the middle of the field. So we have ways to really attack everywhere. We also, guys, have a package you will see right there. It's called tight end right. Now, I'll go over this a little bit more when we go over the audibles, guys, but basically this package is going to allow us to get 4 wide receivers on the field. Usually there's going to be a tight end on the field. Now, if you guys would rather play with one tight end, that is totally fine. I like to play with the 4 wide receivers because this is kind of a balanced set, guys. So when you flip the play, the tight end will stay on the same side of this field. So this just allows us to have 4 wide receivers on the field. Everything's pretty standard. And then if we want to call beaters, if we want to call, deep shots down the field, we know we have a wide receiver in that position who's going to be able to get down the field at a really good pace. But if you guys want to play with a tight end on the field, that is totally up to you. Also, guys, we have some really, really good man beating setups in this formation. And a lot of our ability points are still geared towards beating man coverage because it is not as popular as it was, even a few weeks ago. But man coverage is still a very big part of the game. You're going to run into some people who are running man coverage, and with our ability setup and with some of our setups we have in tight offset tight end, we are going to absolutely abuse people. We can attack short, we can attack medium, and we have a play to really take the top off and get some huge gainers if they aren't playing with 2 safeties deep. The last reason, guys, is this playbook still has single back wing stack. Now, that was the last offense I just put out, guys. I will leave a link in the description. You should definitely check out that offense after this video if you haven't seen it before. Really good offense, guys. Really fun. It's a little bit different of there's a few different plays in this playbook that aren't in the Steelers playbook, and that is what I usually run it out of, but still a lot of similar setups, a lot of the same plays, so you can still use a lot of those concepts from single back wing stack, pair them with this tight offset tight end, and you are going to be able to have a really explosive offense. All right, guys, now let's get into our personnel that we like to use. All right, guys, so this is going to be kind of our personnel we want to use and the abilities we are using on our players. So if you look on the right of the screen, guys, that is our active superstars. It wouldn't actually let me scroll down to catch all of them, but that is a decent overview of them, but we'll go over individually them all. So at quarterback right now, guys, I am using Johnny Unitas. Now, he's a field general archetype. You can use other archetypes, guys. This is just going to allow you to use the exact same ability breakdown. It's going to have the same ability point, value if you use all the archetypes that I am using. If you guys want to use other ones, that is totally up to you. But right now, guys, I'm using a field general, Johnny Unitas, and I'm using Gunslinger and Hot Route Master on my quarterback. I really like this Johnny Unitas card if you can afford him, guys. I have Sprinter on him. He's got like 89 speed, so he's definitely able to get out, make some plays with his legs, sit in the pocket, and you can just dot up your opponent with Gunslinger and Hot Route Master. Now, guys, at running back, we are using Steven Jackson. So yesterday, I was actually streaming and someone's like, have you used Steven Jackson yet? And I said no, and then I got to think about it after the stream was over. I'm like, Steven Jackson would actually fit this scheme perfectly. A lot of these runs are right up the middle. They're very good. They can bust it for pretty big gains, but they are, a lot up the middle. So I've been using Alvin Kamara for a long time, guys, but I thought, you know what? I want to try this Steven Jackson out, and he worked really well in this scheme, guys. 240 pounds, power back. We are using reach for it on this player, guys. Just going to get us some really glitchy, reach for it animations when we're close to the sticks, close to the goal line. He's 240 pounds. We're going to be running, in between the guard and the center a ton in this offense. So we throw to the running back a little bit in this scheme, but for this scheme, if you want to use a Bo Jackson, a Herschel Walker, Steven Jackson, a really big running back, I would definitely think this is one of those offenses where that you could totally get away with it. You're not really having to throw the ball a ton to your running back. All right, guys, our first wide receiver is going to be Isaac Bruce. Now, basically, guys, for this scheme, we're going to be using 4 wide receivers, and basically for every receiver, guys, we either want a physical archetype or a route runner archetype on our wide receiver. What that is basically going to do, guys, is that is going to let us get the short and elite ability for 1 ability point. Now, this is going to be really good in the passing game, guys. This is going to let us get very good separation against man coverage when we're cutting in between 1 and 10 yards. It's going to get us basically automatic separation as long as they don't have 1 step ahead on their corners. So all 4 of our receivers have this ability on them, guys. All our man coverage plays are geared towards, cutting within 10 yards, getting quick separation, and just busting huge gains against man coverage. So we are using Isaac Bruce. We are also using Mike Evans, very good wide receiver, 98 speed. I'm running a 25 out of 50 bucks theme team. Then on this side of the field, guys, Chris Godwin, also short and elite. He is a route runner archetype. Once again, bucks theme team, so we, get +1 speed for him. And then the last wide receiver, guys, is David Boston. So 99 overall, physical archetype, short and elite. That is definitely what we're after, guys. We're going to be throwing the ball a ton in this offense, guys, so just get really good balanced receivers who you feel confident are going to be able to make plays for you and throw short and elite on them, and that is just really going to help us get separation against man coverage. And then also, guys, if you're catching, slants and quick passes in the middle of the field, it is also just going to give us really good catch animation. All right, guys, and then lastly, on the O-line, I just wanted to quickly go over our abilities. So on both of our outside tackles, guys, we are running edge protector. That is going to be 1 ability point each. Then at center, guys, we are running post up, dominant when engaged in double team blocks. This is going to be really nice for one of our run plays. We're going to get a lot of double teams with our center. Then puller elite, guys, this is basically just going to give us really powerful pull block animations with our guards. So we have that on both our guards. we have an 0-1 trap in this scheme that we use a ton, and now we're going to be pulling both our guards either way, and we're going to get really glitchy animations on those pulls with that. So those are all our ability point breakdown, guys. That equals 15 ability points. We're actually running an ability on every single player on the field, all for 1 HP except our quarterback, where we are running 5. All right, let's go look at the audibles. All right, guys, so we'll go over our audibles, but quickly, I just want to go over this package that I was talking about. So this is how we get 4 wide receivers on the field. We go over on the right stick till we get to tight end right. Now that will sub in number 13. That's Mike Evans. They will put him in at the tight end spot. Then we just have to go to our subs. It'll put a tight end at this left back wide receiver, guys. You just want to take out the tight end and sub in your 4th wide receiver. That'll give us 4 wide receivers on the field, a ton of speed and playmaking on the field. So that is what you do, guys, if you want to get 4 wide receivers. If you want to stick with the tight end, though, that is totally fine. Okay, quickly, let's go over the audibles, guys. So the first audible we will be using is mesh spot. This is this play right here. Really good zone beating play, guys. Maybe my favorite play in the whole formation. Really good against zone. Also works against man. The next play, inside zone or 0-1 trap. Just mess around with it, guys. Whatever run play you kind of prefer, those are the 2 run plays we'll be going over. Just go with that one, throw that in your audibles. Then Saints drive out. That is this play here, guys. This is my favorite man beater in the formation, guys. So definitely throw this in your audibles in case, get to line of scrimmage and you see they're running man. And then the third one, guys, is the fourth one is Saint spot shake. This is right here. This is a really good man beater, really good zone beater. So definitely throw this in your audibles as well. All right, guys. So that is kind of our first breakdown of gun tight, offset, tight end. Now let's go break down the run game. All right, guys. So we hop in. Let's break down the run game. The first run play we are going to be breaking down, guys, is the 0-1 trap. Now, really good run play, guys. Like I said, we're going to have puller elite on both our guards here. We're going to be pulling them both ways. You will see they get a ton of glitchy, just blocks, just blowing people out and just giving us huge lanes. So get to the line of scrimmage. We're not motioning any players on this play. Snap the ball. We're actually going to be getting our puller coming towards the running back. So it's a little bit different. Puller coming towards the running back. We have 2 wide receivers out in front and a tackle, and we're just going to follow this pulling guard up through the hole. Right here, we see his ability point light up, blow that guy out. We have an absolutely massive hole. Both our wide receivers out in front blocking. Basically make one guy miss and we score there, but that is an easy, untouched 20-yard gain. Okay, same thing, guys. Going to be this guard pulling. This is that nickel play where he has both his middle linebackers in the A gap, so everyone at the line of scrimmage. So right here, guys, we get our pulling guard, light up there, absolutely just blow this guy out. Another lineman up there, lineman out in front, wide receiver blocking up ahead. Find a hole, get upfield, and that's like a 30-yard gain. So really explosive run play, guys. Okay, one more time. Gonna be this guard pulling here, coming towards the running back. Now this is that Steven Jackson, guys. So some of our plays I'm using Kamara work done, and then some I'm using Steven Jackson, but this is who I'm going to be using now from now on. So Steven Jackson, puller elite, follow that up, get upfield, get a truck stick, and that's an easy 12-yard gain. Okay, one more time, guys. Watch the guard here, blow this guy out. Same thing, a ton of blockers out in front. 12-yard gains. Okay, now guys, this is going to be inside zone. For some of the time, again, with the inside zone, guys, we're actually going to motion over the outside wide receiver. We're going to motion him over, and that's going to give us an extra blocker. We're going to do that about half the time, and then half the time we're not. Now, this is going to match up with our passing game. About half the time, guys, we're going to be motioning a player over and making a bunch look on the one side, and about half the time we are not. So we just want to keep it consistent. This is going to be really nice when we motion a guy over, if they're in zone coverage. We're going to just get an extra blocker out in front. They're not going to have anybody motion over with him. Now we're going to have 3 lead blockers out in front. Right here, guys, you look at our center. He's got that post-up ability, really good in double teams. So now we're taking the nose tackle. We push him into the end zone. Then he's going to come off, take the user. Now we get met in the hole with Steven Jackson. This is where we have reach for it on our running back, guys. He gets that really nice reach for it animation, and that's a 2-yard yard touchdown run. Okay, same thing, guys. Outside wide receiver, motion him over, zone coverage. So now we're outnumbering them on this side of the ball, guys. Snap the ball. We double teamed the nose tackle right here. So now we look at our center. Really nice double team. Then he comes off. But basically, when you get that quick double team, now it's going to let our guard really, get there. Seal this edge really nicely. We have a huge hole. Then we get one of our wide receivers out in front, get a really nice block there. Now we just have to beat the safety. He clicks on and gets a nice angle. That's like a 30-yard run. Okay, one more time, guys. Godwin motion over, extra blocker out in front. There he is. He seals that linebacker. Perfect. If he wasn't there, guys, we probably get tackled right here. Because we motion that guy over, that's like an extra 7 yard. Okay, now, guys, we're going to show you a few where we don't motion the player over. So now we want to quick snap him. We don't want to give it away. Now we hurry to the line of scrimmage and just run this inside zone really quickly. Get to the line of scrimmage right here. Boom. Could have cut it back right here, but then we see the user just firing in. So now we're going to bounce this out. Even without the wide receiver motioned over, guys, it's still really nice blocking on this play. Steven Jackson breaks a tackle there. Reach for it again right near the first down marker. He gets that nice reach for it animation. Once again, that's why we're using that ability, and we get the first down. One more time, guys. Snap the ball. This time, totally just kind of bunched up in the middle of the field. So now we can actually bounce it on this play as well, guys. The lead blocker out in front. So now we just have to make one guy miss, get upfield. I air trucked one too many times, or we probably would have scored there, but that's another nice, 15, 20-yard game. Okay, one more time, guys. This is work done this time. Here's our double team ability on our center engaging. So really nice double team. Then he gets upfield, gets to the next level, picks up the safety. We make a guy miss, once again busting a really nice game with this inside zone. So basically, guys, that's 3 variations of the run game that we can use out of this formation. All really good, really, diverse, and really gonna make you tough to stop. All right, guys, that is it. That is the intro video to gun tight, offset tight end. Really excited for this scheme, guys. I think it's gonna be very, very good for you guys. Once again, we can also use that single back wing stack. That is also in this Saints playbook. So if you guys are, new to the channel, I'm going to leave that link in the description to that last offense I put out. You guys should definitely check that out. It's a very fun, good offense to use as well. Once again, I'm going to leave my TikTok and my Twitter down in the description below, guys. Go follow me on that. That would be awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, if you like what you saw here, leave a like on this video, sub to the channel. If you have any comments or questions, leave that down below. It is all much appreciated. Thank you guys for tuning in. That was Gun Tight, Offset Tight End, New Orleans Saints playbook, the run game, the adjustments, the audibles, the abilities. My name is King Reggie, and I am out.